And good evening and welcome to Clarion-Limestone High School tonight. It is the start here on Explore Sports and Explore Clarion PA of the basketball season for 2024-2025 as Fun Bank Hoops is on the air. Mike Kalinowski, the governor, Bob Dunkle. We've got whole crew here, Brad English with us, and Scott Fox over there on the camera as we get set for the contest here tonight. It is the backyard brawl. These teams, not long ago, Governor, were playing for a state title in football together. Tonight, they separate again, and they get set to do battle here at Clarion-Limestone.
Yeah, you know, that's the joke just a couple of weeks ago, sharing the same locker room. Some of these guys, and all of a sudden, you're looking across the court at one another. And, of course, let's face it, they're no stranger to each other. They played each other, like 350 times already as far as that goes, because from the time that they're wee little, and, of course, now all the different leagues and, the different inter-squad games and so on and so forth it's taken place. You're not going to fool anybody. It's just one of these fun games, but there's still obviously a sense of urgency, and desire to win in this ball game. Yeah,
we do see a lot of the different alumni from both schools from last year's team that graduated here tonight to take a look at the teams this evening. And do want to thank, too, Northern Pennsylvania Regional College for sponsoring our broadcast booth high here above the court at Clarion-Limestone High School. And it's early in the season, and we always talk about, how you split. You like to talk about it, Bob, how we split the seasons into threes, and how important, too, sometimes these early games, while you're still kind of feeling things out and get ready, certainly can play an impact later on.
Well, I talk about all the time seeding, and how many times have we watched games that, take place, let's say, in the middle of January. You have a stretch, maybe you lose 2 or 3, and you look back, you come up, maybe if you'd have won one of those games, you'd have had a higher seed, certainly in District 9 playoffs. Well, guess what? Sometimes those wins can occur in December, not just the fact that they do occur in January and the early part of February. So they're all important, and it's not like you have 75 games that you're going to be playing. So each and every ball game is important. And, again, you want to win for a number of reasons, not just seeding district playoffs, but it's just a confidence level, certainly, I think, to keep on coming out and winning. And you want to pick up where you left off of, in this case, football. And we talk about it all the time. Look, winning is habit forming.
It sure is, and both of these two teams, too, really know quite a bit about winning over the last few seasons. Certainly been successful both together on the football field, but also on the basketball court. A little different look to the teams this year. Of course, some of those names, when we get into the starting lineups and more, will certainly ring a bell, but different looks overall for these teams. Younger guys now starting to move up, and we'll see how it kind of pans out here tonight.
Well, you talk about success, and of course that's going to be one of the guys we'll talk about a little later. That's Coach Sam Heater. He has had success at the high school level. Red Bank Valley graduate, played at Waynesburg, and of course was a girls basketball coach prior to being the head boys coach.
All right, so we'll take our first time out here tonight. So we're going to come back out. We'll talk more about some players to watch, go inside the game a little bit, and get you all set up for this one this evening. We're in the Carly Tire pregame show, part of Fun Bank Hoops, and it's all here on Explore Sports and exploreClarion.com.
Owners and operators, if your business depends on your truck, then we've got you covered. From simple oil changes to complete engine rebuilds, Bauer Truck Repair has the tools and the know-how to get the job done. We also offer 24-hour roadside assistance. Anywhere, anytime, any weather. Our techs are ready to get your truck fixed and back on the road. We even offer towing and load transfer services. At Bauer Truck Repair, we understand that every minute and every dollar counts. So trust your business with our business. Bauer Truck Repair, located off exit 60 in Chippenville. You can also find us online at exploreClarion.com or call us at 814-226-6023. That's 814-226-6023.
All-American Awards in Engraving are the people who make your first impression your best impression. All-American Awards in Engraving will help your organization, school, team, business, or event make that first impression memorable. They offer high-quality products and that personal small business service. From embroidery, screen printing, and engraving to graphic design and personalized gift ideas. See their selection of apparel, trophies, and awards. Let All-American Awards take your idea and make it your best first impression. Visit them today online at allamericanhq.com, Route 322 in Chippenville, or call 782-6264.
Brookville Equipment is a world-class manufacturer, designing and building the latest in transportation technology. Our team of engineers, machinists, welders, assemblers, and many more are always pushing the limit. Brookville Equipment, doing what we do best for over 100 years, and proud to support high school athletics.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit DuBrooking.com. DuBrook is proud to support our local communities. DuBrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
For over 2 decades, Dietz has kept your home comfortable and your business running. We're responsive, reliable, always ready to go the extra mile. Because when it comes to your comfort, we believe in doing the right things. For the best in HVAC, plumbing, electric services, call Dietz. Nobody beats Dietz.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than ShopTeamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at ShopTeamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. ShopTeamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
Right back here in Strattanville, it is Fun Bank Hoops here on exploreClarion.com. We are in the Carly Tire pregame show, broadcasting tonight from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth here at Clarion-Limestone High School. When we look inside the game, brought to you by Brookville Equipment and some of the players to watch, Governor, you know, in a contest like this, again, familiarity is certainly the big key, because these guys are, you know, they've grown up together, they played Little League together, they play football together, they play soccer together, they wrestle, they do all kinds of stuff. This is one of the few things they don't.
Yeah, they go to the same church.
Yep.
They're oftentimes related. I was just trying to think of all these things today on my way to work. I thought, you know, we talk about this quite a bit, and sometimes I think we also don't bring it up enough, just how well these guys do know one another. You know, that's kind of what makes this game exciting, regardless as to record. And, of course, this is one of those matchups we always like to catch the early season version and then the later version, because usually both games are a whole lot of fun to do. They
sure are, and when we look at some of the players to watch, brought to you by Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. I know one big question for Clarion Limestone was would Jace Ferguson play tonight? He is not in the starting lineup this evening. He did suffer that concussion, but we do see him dressed, and we'll see if he's able to get on the court tonight. That could be a major factor in this one, too.
Oh, no question about that. Anytime you see an athlete like that, your eyes naturally gravitate towards him. He's been around, too, forever. This is his 88th year of eligibility. We talk about it in football. It's the same in basketball. He's made a lot of significant contributions over the years, and he's a guy that, if he is on the court, guarantee your eyes will focus upon him.
And then you look on the Clarion side, of course, they're bringing back some experience. They have Burford Frederick in there. And, of course, a couple of Smales. Is that unusual?
No.
Of course, Derek from last year and Dylan, the sophomore, getting the start tonight as well. And I'll tell you what, those guys, too, especially Derek, we saw a lot of him last year, big inside, able to move people around, and certainly will be a force tonight in the paint.
Will be, and I think too one of the unique approaches to really both these clubs have a lot of similarities in them. One of them, the fact that they have players who have roles and responsibilities. Sometimes at the high school level, it's very difficult to get guys to buy in necessarily to what the role is. Both squads and I know both coaching staffs, that's the point of emphasis. Look, we have to play as a team. This is what we got to do. This is your role and this is your responsibility.
When we look at both teams, Bob, too, I know you had a chance very early in the season. Both teams have a win or two under their belts, but certainly just getting things rolling. Kales Kitchen's keys to the game. What do you think each team needs to do?
I think we always like to look at the visitors first. I think in this one is avoid the slow start. I think that's paramount. Typically also you have to avoid those lulls during the course of the ball game, the 2 minutes, 3 minutes without scoring. You can't really have that. If you do, the other team is usually going to punish you. I think you want to play at your pace. Don't force things. I think, again, sometimes you have a little bit of sense of urgency, and if you just slow down, let the play develop, let everybody get in position. Because right now, you're still not, the timing is not 100% there. It can't be, because remember, just a couple weeks ago, you're playing football, so you're still working on that. And I think if we take a look at the Lions, I think, again, one of their big keys is, as I look at Craig is a guy, if he is open, feed him. Feed him all night because he is a scoring machine. I think certainly he has the ability to light it up on any given night. I think also, again, they've got to worry too about that offensive ball a little bit, but I think they want to run their style of ball game, show a little bit of patience, and let the game unfold and make adjustments during the course of the game. I think that's something that both coaches are going to have to do a little bit because remember, and again, not putting excuses here, Mike, but neither team is 100% functional. I guarantee this. After certainly you get through the Christmas tournaments as well as, let's say, the first, second week of January, these two teams will look very different because they're going to get a lot of these bumps in the highway smoothed out, if you will.
Sure will. And, of course, too, want to let you know, if you do like basketball, coming up on December the 21st over at Tippin Gymnasium, there will be 6 games coming your way that day, starting at 11 in the morning until, I think the last one starts at, 9 o'clock at night. And so that's going to pit teams from this area against teams from the northern part of District 9, and that'll be going on. There will be girls' games, boys' games, and all that. So if you do like basketball, that's something to put on the calendar coming up this coming weekend.
Certainly is going to be the place to be, and I think that's an exciting opportunity, not just for these players, but also for Clarion University, Penn West Clarion University.
And they'll do one in January, one in February as well. We plan on bringing you one of those on a Saturday. Of course, this one, busy schedules this weekend coming up, but should be a great day, though, if you just like to go up and enjoy some basketball. We got a great one here tonight, though. Two teams, as we said, used to working together there on the football field, but now they're here on the basketball court, and they're going to get set to go. Tomorrow night, special night, too. Tonight they're separated. Tomorrow night they come back together because we're bringing the Central Clarion football team into the Haskell House, and we'll have interviews and talk to some of the players. We'll have Coach Eagleton there, but the whole team's supposed to be there. We'll see. A few of the guys were a little apprehensive about the governor, but I said, you know what, he doesn't bite, and yeah, he's usually decently nice.
I'm not sure if you're aware, by the way, there's an arm wrestling contest taking place. Our own Tyler Oakes will be representing the EYT Media Group.
He sure will. We're going to have the team introductions coming up here momentarily. Also, the national anthem. It's all on the way. The team's meeting with their coaches. Sam Heater for Clarion area and Patrick Craig here for Clarion-Limestone. Let's go to Smoke and Brad Frazier with the announcements to begin the game.
At this time, I'd like everyone please rise for a playing of our national anthem.
Stars through the perilous
Ladies and gentlemen, the PIAA sponsors this evening's basketball game. We ask you to treat the players, coaches, and officials with the utmost respect. Any act of disrespect will not be tolerated and could result in removal from the facility. I ask that you please stay seated while the game is being played. Limit entering and exiting the gym to timeouts in the end of each quarter. Thank you. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bobcats. The Bobcats are coached by head coach Sam Heater and assisted by Greg Larson. A senior, number 14, Derek Smale. Junior, number 2, Nathan Frederick. Junior, number 15, Quinn O'Neill. Sophomore, number 24, Dylan Smale. And junior, number 3, Wyatt Watterson. And now the starting lineup for your Clarion-Limestone Lions. The Lions are coached by head coach Patrick Craig and assisted by Cam Kirkland. A sophomore, number 2, Reese Runyon. Sophomore, number 23, Paul Craig. Senior, number 3, Aiden Wilson. Senior, number 40, Cohen Kemmer. And senior, number 4, Jesse Sawicki.
All right, so there we go. Starting lineups all in the book, and we're ready to go here from Clarion-Limestone. Governor, and again, those starting lineups were brought to us. I want to give thanks to Independence Health Systems for the starting lineups. Again, Frederick, Watterson, Derek Smale, O'Neill, Dylan Smale for Clarion-Limestone, Runyon, Wilson, Sawicki, Craig, and Kemmer. And the jump ball is sponsored by the Matrix Group as we get set for the tip-off here at Clarion-Limestone.
I find it interesting, of course, Coach Craig, a Karn City graduate, a phenomenal player. You and I had the opportunity to call many of his ball games, and of course we look across at Clarion. Coach Sam Heater, a Red Bank graduate, called many of those games.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking up here like those guys are still around.
That's too bad. Can't we find something else for those guys to do in the winter? Apparently not.
So here we go. It's Frederick and Wilson going nose to nose, and it's going to be controlled here by Craig. Craig to the corner to Sawicki. Sawicki. Back up top it goes to Wilson. Wilson in the paint. Spins back around, finds Kemmer. Hands it off, Runyon driving. Runyon, and we're going to get the jump ball. Simultaneous possession. And that'll go to Clarion.
Yeah, nice job, nice patience displayed there early on by the Lions. They don't get an opportunity to shoot the bucket, but still good patience working the ball around. Good defense also there by Clarion area.
Driving here, that was Smale. Picks it up top. Watterson. Watterson to the right side to Dylan Smale. Smale hands it to Frederick. Frederick into the paint, back out. Frederick shot on the right side, shot in and out, no good. Rebound Sawicki.
Yeah, nice good look, just couldn't get the shot to fall that time. But again, patience, milking time off of that clock. No score in this one. Great to have you with us tonight on a wet Monday night.
It should be snowing.
No.
Frederick with the steal on that far side. Just underway, no score.
Got a lot better luck shoveling rain than what I do snow. How's that sound?
Here's Frederick. Hands that off to O'Neill. Frederick with the basketball.
It's actually unique for a ball game early on in the season. Usually you see players want to lock, aim, fire, and that was one of the keys. I felt you couldn't do that in this ball game. Had to display patience, let the offense work a little bit.
Shot taken by Watterson. That's the first two of the ball game. From the left side, about a 10-footer, 2-0.
Of course, I took the last year off and I'm running the iPad for the first time, so I told Mike, I said, I wonder if I can remember how to do this.
I don't know. They're going to get Frederick here on the foul. First one rung up in the ball game.
Well, the good news is I did remember. Although it's early.
I'd have to go back to what I did last year. I just had all the names and put X's and 3s and stuff, and it kind of worked. I prefer this. Sawicki up top into the paint. Sawicki kicks it out to Kemmer. Kemmer with the tray. That's no good. Tipped in the paint. Picked back up by Sawicki. Foul's going to be called. He'll go to the line here to shoot a couple.
Yeah, good job following up on that shot, getting in position. Sawicki contact made.
Foul on Derek Smale that time.
This is such an important part of the ball game. We talk about it every season, just about every game. Shot is missed. Win an awful lot of ball games from this charity stripe. Officials letting everybody know it's showtime on this shot. Up in and money in the bank.
So 2-1. Pressure put on here by Runyon. As the ball brought up court by Smale. Smale is tipped away there for a second. Smale comes back, drives down the left side, back up top. That's a Derek Smale. Big move to the board by Derek, and it's off the side of the rim, no good. Here's Wilson the other way. Sawicki up top, Kemmer, three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Watterson.
Oh, nice job there by Watterson.
Dylan Smale. Into the lane, puts up the runner. It's no good. Fight for the ball, save, but it goes out of bounds. It should stay Clarion ball here.
More trips you make up and down the court without making the shot or getting those first points at least in the ball game. It seems the diameter just kind of keeps on shrinking.
Ferguson does check in here. He checks in, and Heppel checks in too. That shot good in the paint. So 4-1. Here's Ferguson up top. Foul going to be called here, this time on Watterson.
A 4-1 ball game.
First quarter sponsor is the Clarion Forest VNA. Want to thank them for their continued sponsorship on EYT. On over and back's called on Ferguson as he brought that ball and took that step after he had possession.
And those are the, what I refer to, those are just December mistakes. That's all. It's the early season. I bet you a steak dinner, you won't see that one out of him come January and February.
Ball top to Frederick, right side to Dylan Smale. Smale now goes left side to Frederick. Frederick fakes. Goes back up top. Right side, Watterson. Bounce pass in the paint. And the basket by Derek Smale makes it 6-1. Good look that time.
I know Coach Craig does not want to use a timeout this early on in the ball game. If he doesn't get a good look here, don't be surprised next opportunity with the basketball if he does take one.
Here's Ferguson shaking and baking down on the corner, slipped a bit, picked that ball back up. He's going to put up the shot. It's no good. Tipped in the paint, picked up by Craig, and his shot is good. 6-3. Little pressure put on by the Lions. And they'll back off.
And a lot of patience being displayed here as Frederick will bring this one up the court.
Smale to Watterson now to Frederick. Dumps it in again. Big move by Smale. The shot no good, but the foul is going to be rung up on Heppel.
Smale's got two, looking to add to that total. It's in a 6-3 ball game here. I want to thank Dubrock, the free throw in-game sponsor.
It's up there at the line. That is Derek Smale. First foul rung up there on Clarion-Limestone.
Shot is up and nothing but net.
Number two, the fouls are different now too, because you get to 5, and then you go to shots.
Which I'm still old school.
Yeah, I'm
not a big fan of that, but
that goes by quarter too.
But no one is worried too much about my opinion on that.
Nope. Shots missed. Here comes Ferguson. 7-3 the score. Craig up top. Had it stolen away that time. Watterson Tipped it. Frederick gets it back. Takes it back to Watterson. Underneath the basket. Spinning around. There's Frederick from the corner. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Craig. 3:09 to go here in the first. Here's Ferguson down the right side of the lane. Ferguson puts it up, no good. Rebound by Derek Smale. He kind of picked up the pace a little bit there for a second.
Picked up and slowing down just a bit once again.
Watterson's got the wide open shot up top. Banks her home, 8-ball corner pocket, and it's 9-3.
He used a little bit of glass on that one. That's something you love to see out of a player. Kind of a lost art anymore.
Ferguson directing traffic as he crosses that center circle. Here's Craig. Craig will take that shot off the back of the rim. No good. That ball loose, picked up by Frederick. And that's one of those times where I'm sure Coach Craig is saying to young Craig, follow that shot. Here's Watterson. Up to Frederick, three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Kemmer. Here's Kemmer now racing down the court. Kemmer can move. Kemmer puts up the shot, and it's good. Watterson tried to get that charge that time, but the official said, nuh-uh.
I think it's a good no call, too. Kemmer, great job with the body control.
Smale to Derek Smale. Shot, no good. Rebound. And the putback is off the mark. And that is Mason Burford down there. He'll go up to the line. Burford in the ball game here for Clarion.
Shot by Burford is missed. Again, Dubrock sponsoring the free throw shooting this season. Great to have them with us once again. Burford takes his time here. Shot number 2 is up in and good.
So 10-5. Didn't get 10-4. That upsets you, I know that. Here's Runyon. Spinning around over to Kemmer. Kemmer down to the corner, and it's going to be tipped. It goes out of bounds. Tried to find Parker down there. So minute 39 to go here in the first.
Both coaches rotating a couple of players in and out, trying to keep some fresh legs on the court.
Smale gets it across the timeline. Here's Frederick. Tip, but it goes underneath. Making some room for himself was Derek Smale, and he'll get the basket. It's 12-5.
Smale now 5 points in the ball game, 5 of the team's 12.
Shot taken from the left side. That's good. And how about Aiden Wilson getting the, it's a two-pointer, I believe. That's what it is.
Talk about balance. Cohen Kemmer 2, Paul Craig 2, and Aiden Wilson with 2. Jesse Sawicki with 1 to account for the 7 points.
Foul be rung up here on Craig. I think that's just his first, team second.
Ferguson will check into the ball game. As exiting will be Aiden Wilson.
So here comes the ball in to Smale, back to Frederick. Over to that left side. Smale up top. Finds his man. Now here's Frederick. Driving, kicks it to the right side. Shot, and it's rejected that time by Ferguson. Ball kicked ahead. Here's Runyon, and he was starting to tumble there, but he's going to travel first.
Yeah, that time, right idea, just led a little too much in the case of getting the legs tied up.
Foul here called on Sawicki. 39 seconds.
And again, those are types of plays, and I've talked about it multiple times, but I'll mention once again, you're going to see those plays happen during the course of the season regardless, but you see more of them, obviously, in the month of December.
Weber inbounded it to Smale here. Smale across the timeline, hands it back to Frederick. Back to Weber. Finds Smale, top of the key. 22 seconds, 5-point advantage here for Clarion. They lead Clarion-Limestone. Here's Frederick again. Good pass, wide open underneath. Good pass inside the paint. And the basket by O'Neal. 14-7. Craig shot at the buzzer, no good. Craig wanted the foul, but he's not going to get it. We'll take timeout. We'll go to quarter number 2 as Clarion leads Clarion-Limestone 14-7. And you're watching Fun Bank Hoops right here on exploreClarion.com.
For expert healthcare, visit Primary Health Network's Clarion Community Health Center. Since 2014, we've provided family medicine, behavioral health, dental care, and walk-ins, all under one roof. Primary Health Network's Clarion Health Center is located at 30 Pinnacle Drive. Learn more at primary-health.net.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Right back here in Strattanville, Clarion-Limestone High School. It's raining and cold outside, but it's warm in here, and it's 14-7 as Clarion leads Clarion-Limestone.
You know, my advancing age, I have to apologize. It's actually Dubrook is our sponsor.
Yes. Well, I figured you would. We were going to get to it at some point, and I'd make that correction. But hey, I've said crazy things too. You can admit to it.
There's a couple of little stories we could go and tell, but now, of course, Dubrook is a fine, fancy sponsor for us. No question about that.
Second quarter sponsors Hager Paving. The ball kicked out. Here's Ferguson driving on the baseline and all that push before he attempts the shot. So just we're back again. Remember, the fouls reset at the start of each quarter. Ball comes in deep. It's tipped, but there's Kemmer with it. Kemmer back to the right side. Craig Trey, good. And how about that? 3-pointers brought to you by Durstein Window and Door.
Shot taken from Route 322. That'll get you right back in the ball game real quick.
14-10. Shot taken by Frederick, the 3-pointer, and Frederick says, you got one, we got one too. And it's 17-10.
Frederick now 5 points to the ball game.
Yep, full on the right side. Hands it off to Craig. Right underneath, Kemmer was open. Craig saw him. Kemmer turned his head just a second.
A little bit of zip on that ball. He knew that there was going to be a defender in the area. He had to catch that one clean. Couldn't reel it in.
6:59 to go here in this Hager Paving second. 17-10. Clarion leads. Battle of the Cats tonight. Here's Frederick. Hands it off. The ball tipped and then pulled back in by Weber. Weber hands it off. And the shot taken by Frederick. It's off the mark. The rebound by Sawicki. Here's Sawicki getting the break started. Behind the back. I don't think he meant to pass it, but it goes right to Craig, and the shot by Craig is off the mark. Rebound underneath by Frederick. Ball to the corner. Shot is good. 8-ball corner pocket by Burford. 20-10. Clarion jumps up by 10.
Burford quality points off the bench. 4 in the ball game for him.
The Bobcats, I believe, biggest lead of the ball game. Here's Craig driving. Lost that ball on the paint. Taken the other way. Here's Burford. Burford, sidestep, shot off the front of the rim. No good. Put back, no good. Put back this time, no good. Ball tipped. Sawicki with the rebound. Solon back away, and Smale gets the basket. That's Dylan Smale, 22-10 Clarion.
Everybody get involved in the act now. All 5 starters with points, and Burford with 4 off the bench.
Here's Runyon. Underneath to Ferguson. Ferguson. Shot is partially blocked, no good.
In case they're a wide receiver getting the partial block on his quarterback.
But they're talking going down the court. Here's Frederick. Hand check's going to be called. Going to get that on Sawicki.
Starting to see the action and the tempo pick up here in the second quarter play. I think everybody's got the game legs now a little wee bit. Some of the jitters are also out.
Pass comes right into Smale. Foul's going to be called, and Derek Smale will get a chance up at the line, that Dubrook free throw line, for a couple.
We do appreciate Dubrook.
Yes, we do.
I'll tell you why I said to Dubrook, because I actually had a customer earlier today, so that's what I'm still thinking about, the customer named Dubrook that I talked to. So, again, Dubrook, great sponsor. Appreciate all they've done over the years.
Her shot was no good.
Mike Hyman, Braun Gorley. Very strong supporters of athletics in the area.
Boy, free throws tonight on both sides. Not stellar.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that part of the ball game being an early season ball game.
Ferguson hands it off.
Teams combined for 3 of 8 on the free throw line tonight.
Which will be called. I'm not sure who they'll get here. I'm going to say it's number 11. That would be Miller for Clarion. On to Craig. Craig drives on the baseline. Craig shot on the way. Rattles the cage, doesn't go. Rebound put back by Ferguson's good. He's fouled. Ferguson up to the line for the old time 3-point play.
It's just a case there of following through on the shot, gets it to fall. She heads to the line now. 10-point deficit in the ball game for the Lions. I love to talk. I constantly talk about balance in basketball. Frederick with 5, Smale, that's Derek Smale with 5, 4 out of Wyatt Watterson, and 2 each out of Quinn O'Neill and Dylan O'Neill, and Mason Burford with 4. So that's about as balanced as what you're ever going to see.
Not sure if they were questioning who the foul was on. But they're getting everything taken care of.
Again, these are what we like to refer to as potentially correctable errors. It's not an error yet, so let everybody sort everything out.
Yep, and you'd rather them take some time, talk about it, get the right call.
And this is a veteran crew, and they're going to call both coaches over, give an explanation.
We have the crowd asking about our instant replay. We probably could go back to it. Brett's like, nope.
Brett also working at his future job as part-time comedian.
He is funny.
And again, everybody is keeping cool heads. The crowd's starting to get a little antsy. They want to get back to action. Again, they're just wanting to get the call right, establish it.
Was it some type of a illegal substitution of some kind, or a?
At the line, regardless, is Craig now.
Yep, he'll get that free throw.
So that's number 6 for him.
So this is a technical, because Ferguson was the one shooting.
And that shot is good.
That's good.
And
I was going to say you need to bring Ferguson in.
That looks better.
They were going to let.
Wait a minute.
And Coach Craig was saying nothing about letting the younger Craig shoot there. Yeah, because Ferguson was the one fouled and had the play, so they chose who they wanted to shoot the tee, and then he would shoot, and then they would get the ball. So CL could make a big turn here. They were down 22-10. It's now 22-14. And we'll have a one shot coming out of Ferguson.
Ferguson takes his time here, dribbles a handful of times, releases. Shot is no good.
So as Clarion-Limestone will get the ball out of bounds.
The crowd.
You know what? Another one? So it must have been 2. Have to get a read on that later on. Yeah, there had to have been 2 technicals.
And the next shot, good.
Now the Lions will get the ball, 22-16. Right?
That's what I have, but the scoreboard's showing 22-15.
No, it should be 22-16.
By my
Nope.
count.
Oh, they got rid of the first shot on that first one, so it should be 22.
Gotcha.
Now he has 22-14. Should be 22-15, right? That we'll see. Shot no good here by Clarion-Limestone. We'll get it all sorted out. Ball up top, left side. Frederick driving on the baseline. Shot by Frederick is good, 24. They have it as 14 up on there on the clock. We'll have to wait and see.
Unless they waved off those first 2 shots, because
yeah, could be.
It's almost got to be what the case is.
Here's Parker, right side. Ferguson. Ferguson will take that shot. Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound underneath. Put back strong. Put back that time by Wilson. 24-16. Miller across the timeline. Shot taken by Frederick. It's off the mark. Or that wasn't Frederick, that was Watterson. Back up to Watterson. Finds Miller. Miller into the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Shot from the corner rolls around and goes. And how about that for Watterson from the corner? 27-16, 11-point advantage for Clarion. Sawicki up top. Driving around, spins. And the shot no good. Put back though by Parker is.
Big time shot there by Parker.
Here's Frederick driving. Lost the ball, and they're going to say a foul's going to be called in the paint. That'll go against Clarion-Limestone. Fouls rung up on Craig. And have that as his second. Both teams with 3 fouls here in this second quarter. 2:46 to go. Frederick to inbound, does. Shot by Burford is off the mark. And here comes Wilson. Wilson kicks it back up top. It's tipped, but Ferguson to save it. Back to the middle to Runyon. Runyon lost the ball in the paint. And the ball kicked ahead. Here's Burford on the other end. Burford shot, good. 29-18.
Burford's got 6 now in the ball game. Quality bench points. That'll Mason Burford.
Ferguson to the corner. Back up to Parker, now into the hands of Wilson. Wilson driving, runs into a defender. The ball loose, and Burford will kick it to Frederick. Frederick, bounce pass over to Watterson. Watterson, basket good, 31-18. And a timeout will be taken by Coach Craig. A 1:55 to go here. It's a full timeout. And we'll break as well. You're watching Fun Bank Hoops right here on exploreClarion.com.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
Right back here at Clarion-Limestone High School, 31-18. Clarion leads with 1:55 to go here in the second. Backyard brawl in basketball. Coach Craig trying to put the brakes on. Here's Ferguson working it across the timeline.
You've got to start and get points each time you come down the court. Be smart about your shots, and you're going to get the opportunity to go to the free throw line on that foul.
Watterson's going to be rung up for the foul, and up to the line here will be Runyon to shoot a couple from the Dubrook free throw line.
Runyon looking for his first points of the ball game. Paul Craig leads the way for these Lions. He's got 7, followed by 4 out of Aiden Wilson. Shot is off the mark. Does not go by Reese Runyon.
Well, I tell you, free throw shooting at halftime, I'm interested to see what that is because it's been off.
That shot's good.
So 12-point advantage here for the Bobcats of Clarion. Here's Smale, splitting defenders, kicks it to the left side. There's Burford, takes that shot, no good off the front of the rim. Sawicki's going to come up with a rebound. And to Ferguson. Here's Ferguson, top of the key, hands it off to Sawicki. Sawicki out to Kemmer. Kemmer pumps the three, and Kemmer nails it, 31-22.
Kemmer now 5 in the ball game. Big points out of Kemmer.
Here's Frederick now. Hands it off to Burford. Now hands it off to Watterson. Back to the corner. Frederick Trey on the way. No good. A ball into the hands of Ferguson. Ferguson working down the court. Bounce pass underneath. Runyon shot good. He's fouled too. 31-24, and Runyon up to the line for that old-time three-point play.
Running a nice job of just being patient, sticking with it. Able to get an opportunity to make that old-fashioned three come up here. And that Dubrook charity line. Shot is good.
So Clarion-Limestone putting some points together here. They trailed 31-19. It's now a 6-0 run by them, 31-25. Ball into the paint. That shot no good. Underneath there by O'Neal. Here comes Clarion-Limestone. Saved by Ferguson, but it's into the hands of Burford. Ball left side. Shot on the way from the left side, and it is good. How about Watterson with a three-pointer?
Took that from Route 66.
34-25. Sawicki. Underneath, stolen away by Burford. Here's for Frederick in the lane. Frederick puts up the shot. No good at the buzzer. So 34-25 is where we stand here at halftime. And we'll let the governor get things added up. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come back with our Heater Lumber halftime show on the way. And at the break, it's a 9-point advantage for Clarion over Clarion-Limestone. And you're watching Boys Hoops tonight. It is Funbank Hoops on exploreClarion.com.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kale's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kale's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Get into a new piece of Bobcat equipment at Bobcat of Clarion this fall and take on more work for less. Visit us at bobcatofclarion.com. Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda.
West Park Rehab Physical Therapy, providing traditional physical therapy plus diagnostic testing to include EMG nerve conduction study and musculoskeletal ultrasounds.
Lock in this limited time offer on the John Deere tractor you need at Land Pro Equipment. Right now, get 0% for 84 months on a 1023E tractor and loader with a low monthly payment of only $199. For more information, visit landproequipment.com.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville. At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
All right, back here in Strattanville, we're at halftime in the Heater Lumber halftime show. Do want to let folks know some information from that first half where the technical was involved. There was only one technical, and they actually should have shot Ferguson first, so they corrected that error. They took the shots away from Craig that he had made initially, let Ferguson shoot his free throw, and then put Craig back at the line. That's why you saw that adjustment in the score. So that's what we were wondering, and we got clarification on that. And course, in the end, they were able to talk it over and make sure that everything was correct.
Yeah, always good to get everything. And again, it's just a case there of everybody working together to get the call correct.
That's right. That's what Bob went down to, just to make sure his scorebook was correct, and that's what he's tallying here, and that's why we took a little longer break. We want to make sure that we're good to go. And the Governor's all ready out of those stats, brought to you by Red Bank Chevrolet. Stack up.
Well, as we take a look at the visitors first, Wyatt Watterson leads the way. 12 points out of Wyatt, 7 points out of Nathan Frederick, 6 out of Mason Burford, 5 out of Derek Smale, and 2 each out of Quinn O'Neill and Dylan Smale. As a team, Michael, from the free throw line, Clarion was 2 of 6. As we take a look at Clarion-Limestone, leading the way was Paul Craig. He checks in with 7 points, 5 out of Cohen Kammer, 4 each out of Aiden Wilson and Reese Runyon, and 2 each out of Brant Parker, as well as Jace Ferguson, and 1 point out of Jesse Sawicki. As a team, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Of course, able to convert on those technical shots that got them back into the ballgame a little wee bit, but right now a little bit of a deep hole for them here, Michael, as it's a 9-point deficit for them at halftime.
Yeah, they trailed by as many as 11, but here they're 9 points. And when you look at our All-American Awards and Engraving halftime adjustments, for Clarion so far, they've been able to really kind of control the tempo. They've hit the shots they've needed to. For Clarion-Limestone, Bob, maybe they need to finish plays in the paint, too. They missed a lot of those easier shots.
Yeah, they had some opportunities, just couldn't get those shots to fall. I think for the Lions, it's a matter of you just got to keep on shooting. Sometimes you just have to shoot yourself out of that. And I think the big key is just a little fundamental things. Timing's off just a little wee bit. I also think got to follow through with those shots a little more. Get in position. And positioning is really a big key.
And and when you look at it too, this is the first game time that Jace Ferguson has seen too, and he's usually kind of the commander for Clarion-Limestone on that basketball court, like he is on the football field. And for him, kind of getting back into it as well, because missing time after that football season, you can certainly see a little bit of rust, but we'll see how that comes back here in the second half.
Again, timing is everything in life. And, if you take a look at Clarion area, I think they've done a great job, Mike. They have had a balanced attack. And, Watterson tried to really, I think he kind of picked things up on his own right. He's had a strong ball game throughout tonight, but he's up to 12 points in this one. And again, I talk continually about balance. He's at 12. We've got Frederick with 7, and then Smale, check in, Derek Smale with 5 points, and Burford off the bench with 6. So that's a great attack, and they're well on their way. I am a big advocate. If you can get 3 or more guys in double digits, it's going to bode well for you. I think if you get 4 or more, it's going to be great for you.
All right, so here we go. There's the buzzer. Teams are going to their respective sidelines, and that's going to wrap up the Heater Lumber halftime show here on the Fun Bank Hoops on exploreClarion.com. And want to remind you, too, tomorrow night on Explore Clarion, we're going to have on the Red Bank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show the entire Central Clarion football team. So these guys got a battle tonight, then they got to eat pizza together tomorrow. Do you think they can do it?
I think quite well, and I'm just glad I don't got to pay the bill for the pizza.
That's
but
true.
I heard you're picking up the tab.
Well, Jake said something about that, and then I said, no habla, pizza espanol, whatever. So I don't think he's expecting much.
Well, independently wealthy guys such as yourself.
Yeah. If it was up to me for the pizza, we'd be having Hot Pockets.
I don't know if you price those kind of things lately.
Well, each kid can only get 3.
3? I'm surprised. I thought you just cut them in half.
Or not Hot Pockets. What are they? The pizza rolls, right? That's a better one.
There you go.
You can give them 3.
Okay, that sounds more like your budget.
That's
range.
right. And they're only getting cheese because the pepperoni's more expensive.
You are a tough guy.
All right, third quarter action on the way. It is an Ascendance Trucking third quarter. Pat Kill in the house tonight. Asked him how he got out of work so early. He said they already threw him out.
You may not be exaggerating either.
Well, down to the corner, Clarion with it as we start quarter number 3. They lead by 9. Smale. Spins around. Boy, I was going to say, that's 5-second count there. Good defense that time by Ferguson. And good defense by his teammates to not let Smale be able to get rid of that ball.
Nice play, and again, that's just getting in position.
Here's Craig. Craig to the corner, Runyon. Runyon driving, hands it to Kemmer. Kemmer Back out to Ferguson. Ferguson kicks it up top. Craig fakes. Takes the dribble. Takes that shot from the right elbow. Good by Craig, and it's 34-27.
Very smooth player is Craig.
Here's Frederick now. Sends it back into Derek Smale. Derek Smale clearing some lane. Kicks it off to Burford. Back up top. Frederick now. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Ball rebounded by Burford, though. Here's Frederick. Frederick driving. Back out to Smale. Bounce pass up top. Now Frederick controls. Frederick shot. And no good. And the over the back's going to be called here on Clarion. First foul rung up here in the quarter.
It's a call. Obviously, I didn't do any games last year, but I noticed you guys did not have near as many of those calls as what we had in prior years. I wonder if that's the case of the officials letting play a little bit more, or are players just getting in position better?
So here we go. First foul rung up here in the third, and now Ferguson with it on the other end. 7-point lead for Clarion. Runyon fakes, drives down the right side, loses the ball out of bounds, and it goes back to Clarion.
Again, credit Derek Smale that time. Great position. Made a little bit of contact, but not enough to warrant a foul call.
CL puts on a full court pressure here. Frederick to Smale, dumps it off. That's how you break it. Here's Watterson, kicks it over on the right side. Smale with that jump stop shot, good. Dylan Smale gets the two. You're not going to dribble through that. You pass it, though, and you saw how it worked. Go to the middle, go opposite. Drive to the hoop. Ferguson with the easy layup on the other end. 36-29.
Get Ferguson now 4 in the ball game.
Get that pressure again. Pass to the middle, go opposite. There you go. And that shot, good. Watterson with the basket. He's fouled, go to the line.
Watterson, he's got 14. Looking to add to that. Outstanding game tonight out of Wyatt Watterson. He is at the Dubrook free throw line.
9-point advantage. Looking to add to it. And doesn't make it, yeah. Bob's shaking his head. He likes people hitting free throws.
Absolutely. Huge part of the ball game.
To Kemmer. Craig fakes. They're gonna call the foul here on Frederick.
Yeah, a little too much contact.
Ferguson brings it in. The back up top, it goes to Runyon. Back to the corner. Ferguson. Craig. Jump stop. Shot. Good. Nice move by Craig. 38-31.
Craig with 11 in the ball game.
Watterson up top. It goes to Smale. Finds Frederick. On to the paint. Derek Smale shot. Good. He's going to be fouled. Derek Smale has been a machine inside tonight. And up to the line. Free throws no good again. Governor.
Very uncharacteristic.
Ferguson takes the deep three-point shot. In and out, no good. Rebound in the paint by Smale. Now Dylan Smale will bring it up across the timeline. Smale down the left side, dumps it off. Derek Smale shot, no good. Kemmer tipped it to Runyon. Here's Craig, he wanted to get the break started. 4:28 to go here in this Ascendant Trucking third quarter.
I talk about offensive walls quite a bit, Mike, and this is one of them in the ball game.
Lead is back to 9 here for Clarion. Drive to the hoop, kicked up top. Runyon in the paint. Runyon puts up the one-hand shot, no good. But Ferguson's there, tiptoes on the line to get it back. Three-pointer on the way, that's no good. Rebound is by Wilson. Kicks it up top. Runyon three-point shot. Good by Runyon, 40-34.
Boy, nice look there by Runyon. Made it look a lot easier than what it was. Clawing their way back into the ball game are these Lions.
In the lane, runner. Scoop shot. No good by Frederick. Clarion-Limestone trailed by 11. They're down by 6.
Huge trip down the court.
Runyon again puts up that shot. And Runyon on fire here with 5 points in a row. 40-36.
9 in the ball game out of Runyon. Trails Paul Craig for the team lead. Craig checks in with 11.
Get a timeout taken. Full timeout is what it is. 40-36, 3:16 to go here in the third. And we'll take a timeout. You're watching Bun Bank Hoops here on exploreClarion.com. All right, back here at Clarion-Limestone. 40-36, 3:16 to go, and this is Ascendant Trucking third. Coach Heater takes a timeout, wants to kind of slow CL down a little bit here.
It's a good timeout. Oftentimes during that timeout, you don't necessarily have anything super intelligent to say. You want to put the brakes on the momentum. Meanwhile, we've got a foul call.
The third here rung up against Clarion-Limestone. Number 5 fouls in each quarter, and that really has changed, I know, the games, especially in the fourth quarter, because as of right now, you'd be going into the fourth quarter if it stayed the same with 3 and 2 fouls. But you start over again with 5. Ball comes right into Burford. Frederick kicks it up top. Watterson will take the shot, and he'll nail the shot. 42-36.
He's just been money in the bank tonight. Watterson 16 in the ballgame, leads all scorers.
Drive. Ferguson, shot, no good. Rebound by Watterson. Here's Smale with it across the timeline. 2:40 to go here in this third. Watterson on the right side. Ball was tipped a little bit by Kemmer. Now up top, Frederick, three-pointer on the way. That shot no good. Kemmer's going to race to get that one. Flying on to the other end of the court here for Clarion-Limestone. That's Beggs. Now Ferguson. Ferguson to Kemmer. Kemmer looking for a seam. Driving. And the shot's off the mark that time by Wilson.
They come up empty in that shot, but I did like the patience. A lot of times you kind of have this panic approach to going down the court. And that time they were patient, couldn't get the shot to fall, but had opportunities certainly.
Drive on the baseline, kicked into the paint, shot by Derek Smale, no good, but he's fouled. I think they're going to get Kemmer for coming over. So up to that Dubrook free throw line.
And Derek Smale, he's got 7 in the ball game, wants to add to that total. Official having a nice little chat with him. And make sure everybody is aware it's a 2-shot scenario. Bends the knee, shot is good. Want to thank Dubrook, our free throw line sponsor.
Parker checks in. Hepful checks in as well for the Lions.
Officials making sure everyone is aware. It's showtime on this shot. And it's good.
So 44-36, the lead goes back to 8 for Clarion. Minute 47 to go here in the third. Here's Ferguson across the timeline, right side to Sawicki. Sawicki comes up top to Craig again.
Doesn't matter whether it's 2 or 3, but you got to get the shots to start and fall.
Here's Ferguson, kicks it out. Shot taken by Parker's good on the right side. That's a three-pointer too. 44-39.
Huge shot out of Parker.
Well, they only put 2 up on the board, but I thought the official gave the 3 sign. So they're going to say it's just a 2-pointer. We'll see if they adjust it. Did you see the official's hands go up?
I did not see his hands
go
up. I was
in the corner.
the scoreboard.
That shot's off the mark, and we're going to get a Land Pro possession arrow, and this time it'll go in direction of Clarion-Limestone.
I actually had my head down getting ready to hit the score, and I double-checked.
Because the official in the corner, I swear, had his hands up.
Yeah,
but that's all right.
Brant Parker, 4 points the ball game. Quality points off the bench out of Parker.
Scott Fox looks back at us and just shakes his head.
Well, he's been disappointed by us before.
Oh, many times. Here's Ferguson. Sees it off. Shot by Runyon's off the mark. Tipped around. Pulled down by Hepful. And they're going to get Hepful for coming over.
You want to be smart here. Obviously, you're not going to sit on this one for the final shot, but don't force the shot unless it's there. If it's there, take it. You got 38.5 on the clock.
Oh, that is the 5th foul against Clarion-Limestone, so we'll come to the other end. Frederick could get a couple of shots here. I'm going to say tonight, we have the rare advantage to have a guy that coached at Clarion-Limestone and Clarion running the game, running the camera. He does it all.
Multitasker. The shot is good.
So good insight, I know, from Scott with these teams. Very familiar.
Next shot good as well.
Lead goes back to 8. See if Clarion-Limestone plays for the last shot, or if they're.
If it's there, take it. Don't hesitate.
Runyon has it tipped off his fingertips, and it goes the other way. The official was right there. Good call that time by the official.
This is where I'm always the advocate. You're up here in a situation. Sit on it for that last shot. If you make it, great. If not, look at the lead you still have.
Ball in the paint. O'Neal kicks it up top to Smale. Smale into the lane. Hook shot, or scoop shot is good. We'll get it out. 48-38. 4 seconds. Here's Ferguson. Ball to the corner to Craig. Does he get the shot off on time? But it's no good. So a 10-point lead for Clarion as we go to quarter number 4. We'll be back with that 4th quarter on the way, and you're watching Fenbank Hoops on exploreClarion.com.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Right back here, we go to quarter number 4. The 4th quarter sponsor is Clarion County Community Bank. You know what they like? Triple CB. You like that?
It's not bad.
I like it. Maybe it'll be their new slogan.
Maybe you have a future in marketing after you retire.
I'll need to do something. I'll have to come work for you.
You'll be busy counting your money.
Ball to the corner. Here's Burford. Into the lane. Kicks it underneath. 10-point advantage for Clarion, but the turnover will give it to Clarion-Limestone here.
Yeah, right idea. Want to chew a little bit of clock time and able to hang on to that basketball.
Clarion-Limestone was able to get within 4, but Clarion's been able to push back to that, that advantage.
I talk constantly about the offensive law, and you're seeing it there.
Greg Trey, no good. Rebound underneath by Weber. Ball stolen back away by Kemmer, then knocked out of bounds. It goes off of Burford last.
Last touch there by Burford as he's all over Kemmer.
Here's Ferguson. Oh, and his pass goes errant, and we'll get the over and back call. So a couple of turnovers to get things started.
Yeah, a little sloppy. Both coaches are, I'm sure, going to jump on him as they review the film in this ball game. Then again, this is kind of what you'd expect to see out of a December game. Guarantee when these two face off later, it'll be much more crisp than this.
Sawicki gets caught with a push here. That'll be the first foul rung up here in this fourth quarter. Do want to thank the Matrix Group for all the replays throughout the night. Into the lane, ball kicked out. Burford shot from the corner. That one's no good. Rebound underneath by Ferguson, but Ferguson's going to be fouled here. And they're going to ring up that foul on Hooks.
Still a 10-point deficit.
Gemmer down to Craig, back up top to Ferguson. Just under 7 now to go. Craig, three-pointer from the right side, no good. Ball's rebounded by O'Neal. And here's Smale with it, bringing it across the timeline. Frederick, top of the key, shot by Frederick on the way. Frederick with the tray up top. And that was good. And how about another Durstein window and door three-pointer?
Taken from Interstate 80.
Here's Ferguson, now Sawicki. Right underneath the Kemmer. Kemmer puts up the shot, no good. Fight for the ball, gets it right back. Boy, Kemmer can hustle, hands it off to Craig. He misses the shot. Craig puts it up, and he'll get it to go. 51-40.
It's a case of second, third opportunities paying off.
Talked about CL with that shot just under the hoop, having a lot of trouble tonight.
I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis for Coach Craig as the season unfolds.
Ferguson up top. Smale steps back, takes the three. It's no good. Ferguson with the rebound. That was Smale actually on that three-pointer. Here's Ferguson racing. Ferguson kicks it out. Kemmer, three, no good. And the ball goes off of Craig, but he's able to save it from going out of bounds, but stolen right away by Burford. Shot right side. That's good that time by Hooks. Three-pointer for him coming off the bench. 14-point lead for Clarion. Sawicki shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go Clarion-Limestone way.
That'd be a good opportunity for Coach Craig to just call a timeout and say, hey, let's be a little more selective on the shots, display a little bit more patience. Forcing some things right now, and as a result, because they're not hitting, the gap is growing larger. It's 54-40.
Clarion leads by 14. Shot from the right side, no good. And Frederick's going to rein it in. Frederick comes top of the key, spins around. On that right side, finds Smale. Smale puts up the shot in the paint. It's no good. Rebound pulled back down by Smale. Smale has it knocked away. But from behind, I think they'll get Wilson. Craig was around there as well. We'll see. It is Wilson. Keep thinking of the movie. Wilson.
That's a good time. You know, if the shot's there, certainly take it. If not, work a little bit of clock off. Work on these ball handling skills a little bit.
Oh, Smale has his pocket picked by Ferguson. Ferguson puts up the shot. No good. He's fouled, and he's going to go up to that Dubrook free throw line to shoot a couple.
Ferguson, who's got 4 points in the ball game, heads to the line. 4:30, quarter number 4. Great to have you with us on a wet Monday.
It's like when we come on here early, we always come out, seems early in the year first. It's either snowing like crazy or we've been in all kinds of different weather.
It's some memorable ball games coming out
we
here
have.
early on in the season. But, hey, I'm happy for the rain. It beats this snow stuff all day.
Oh, no way. Ball tipped. Burford with the rebound. Here's Smale. Watterson kicks it over to O'Neal, and O'Neal shot from the left side. Good. 56-40. So Clarion starting to pull away here from Clarion-Limestone.
You gotta have a little sense of urgency here. And again, it doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3. You just need points.
Ferguson works it up top here. He'll find Kemmer. Kemmer driving in, spins around, shot by Kemmer, no good, but Kemmer's going to be fouled. Boy, Kemmer always that great hustle. We saw that on the football field with him. He's the same way on the basketball court.
Well, he's a gamer. There's no question about it. He's one of those guys that's always going to give you whistle-to-whistle effort. At the line here at the 3:47 mark. First shot. It's good. That'll give him 6 in the ball game. Paul Craig leads the team with 13, 9 points out of Reese Runyon. 4 each out of Aiden Wilson and Chase Ferguson, as well as Brant Parker. Shot's good.
So 56-42, the lead 14. The Lions put on a little bit of full court pressure here. There they run that press break. They pass to the middle and come back to the opposite side. And they get it right across the line. Here's Frederick to Watterson. He'll take the shot from the free throw line. It's no good. Ball tipped back out to him. That's why you want to follow or hold your pace. Heater's going to use a timeout here. It's a quick 30-second timeout. We'll hold here. Want to remind the folks, too, coming up tomorrow night on the Red Bank Main Street, Red Bank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show from the historic Haskell House in Clarion. We'll have the Clarion Wildcat football team there. And we expect all of them, Governor. Coaches, players. Should be an interesting night. We'll get some interviews with those guys, talk about the season, and the team will get a chance to talk. And so that'll be right around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Of course, these guys are now in wrestling and basketball season and all of that, so we're working around their schedules.
Yeah, a little tough to get everybody gathered together, but still looking forward certainly to it.
Ball comes in on the inbound. Smale Frederick now back to Smale. Frederick on the right side, 3:17 to go here. Very quiet crowd at Clarion-Limestone tonight. It's a pretty good packed house. Ball to the right side.
Well, you know, we talk about the players working together. How about this? The parents, of course, together all season in football.
Ball dumped off, kick back out.
Great ball handling skills being displayed right now here by Clarion. Just chewing time off the clock.
Frederick will take the three-pointer up at the top of the key. It's no good. Rebound pulled down, though. That was by Hooks. That ball loose, taken back away. And now Ferguson on the other end. His shot no good. Got the rebound. Fight for it. And we're going to get, we do have a foul called. Thought we might get a Land Pro possession arrow. Do you have those at your desk out there? One of those arrows you can, like.
No, but it's not a bad idea.
You could point to the direction. Good deal or no deal? I walk in, it'd always be no deal.
We might have to get with our marketing coordinator and suggest that. That's actually not a bad idea. A little old school, like the old game shows.
Ball comes in. Ball kicked back out. Sawicki kicks it out to the corner. And I believe that's Bracken in there now for Clarion-Limestone. Sawicki will take the three, and he'll nail it. 56-45, an 11-point lead for Clarion with 2:20 to go.
For Sawicki, that's his 4th point in the ball game.
Smale in the paint. Dumps it off to Burford. Now, shot taken by Watterson. The three-pointer is good. 59-45.
19 out of Watterson. Very impressive night for him.
Here's Ferguson to the right corner. Driving into the lane. Shots off the mark by Mumford. So 1:38. All into the paint. Burford passes off. Foul's going to be called. They're going to get Bracken with the foul, and up to the line, the Dubrook free throw line, is Smale.
And Derek Smale's got 9 points the ball game. Certainly wants to get into those double-digit numbers. If he does, he would be the third Bobcat, and he does with that shot. Said a long time in this district, if you can generally, as a rule, if you have 3 guys in double digits, you're probably going to come away with a win. It's not 100% given, but probably 80, 85%. Shot's good.
So 60-45, minute and a half. Subs coming in all over the place.
And this is where the powers that be, I think, really smart here. You'd hate to have a guy roll an ankle on either team this situation if he's a starter. Plus, it gets these underclassmen valuable playing time.
Mumford across the timeline to the right side. That's Love over there. Love in the lane, kicks it over back to Bracken. Bracken drives on the baseline, has it knocked away, back out to Love. Love spins, puts up that shot, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Hooks. Timeout's taken before the shot by Coach Heater with 1:03 to go, 61-45, and I think this is just a 30-second timeout too. So you thinking of some good questions for tomorrow night, Governor? You got some good questions for these ball players?
I kicked it around some. You know, I think my question probably aren't so much about the actual game. It's about the experience. You know, I think the reality is we know pretty much the obvious when you ask them, you know, how does it feel in this? But, you know, I think I look at things a little different, I guess.
Well, I'm going to put them on the spot. My first question is, who do you like better, Bob, Dave, or me?
I'm going to leave the room because I might not like the answer.
And then if they don't answer correctly, then I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm just kidding. We're going to have a good time tomorrow night, and so you can tune in for that. Ball inbounded. That's Weber. He controls up top. Hooks now. Passes off. Miller with the drive, but he's going to travel first, 49 seconds.
Yeah, Miller that time in a little bit of no man's land, debated whether to take the shot, dish it off. Unfortunately, by the time the decision was made, it's the travel. Easy enough to do, no question about it.
Mumford jumps it in to Parker. Drive to the hoop. The shot good that time. Kevin Mumford gets the 2. 61-47. Shot on the other end, no good. Rebound by Bracken in the paint, 24 seconds. Beggs working it up top of the key to the right side. Mumford, 15 seconds. Passes over to Love. And up top to Beggs again. Now back to Mumford. Mumford has his pocket pick. Take it away. And that's Miller, and he's going to let the clock run out. 61-47 is the final score. And we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll wrap things up for you here in our postgame show, which is on the way. Clarion-Limestone and Clarion battling tonight. Clarion the winner here in this one by 14, and we'll take a break. You're watching Fun Bank Hoops right here on exploreClarion.com.
Get into a new piece of Bobcat equipment at Bobcat of Clarion this fall and take on more work for less.
Visit us at bobcatofclarion.com.
All right, welcome back here to Strattanville, Pennsylvania. Final score tonight in the Fun Bank Hoops on Explore Clarion. It is 61-47 as Clarion knocks off Clarion-Limestone. We're in the Fun Bank postgame show here on Explore Clarion. And why don't we take a look at those Red Bank Chevrolet stats? How do they stack up, Governor?
Well, leading the way for Clarion area, Wyatt Watterson checks in 19 points out of Wyatt. Nathan Frederick with 12, 11 points out of Derek Smale, 6 each out of Dylan Smale and Mason Burford, 4 out of Quinn O'Neill, and 3 out of Trayvon Hooks. As a team, Michael, they were 8 of 14 from the free throw line. We did make 7 3-pointers in this one, which is obviously certainly part of the big difference here score-wise. As we take a look at Clarion-Limestone, Paul Craig leads the way, 13 points out of Paul, 9 points out of Reese Runyon, 7 out of Cohen Kemmer, 4 each out of Aiden Wilson, Jesse Sawicki, Jace Ferguson, and Brant Parker. Also, as a team, Michael, Cohen Kemmer, by the way, 7 points. Didn't know if I bypassed him or not. Wanted to make sure get him in there. As a team, 7-11 from the free throw line. Did make 4 3-pointers in this one, but the difference, obviously, 4 3-pointers for the Lions and 7 for Clarion area. Big factor in the ball game.
Sure was, and again, we do want to thank Red Bank Chevrolet for the statistics. And also want to let you know, too, when we look ahead to next week, that's brought to you by Bobcat of Clarion. Actually, you want to stay tuned. We're not sure. We may have a contest next week, but if not, we'll be back right after the holiday. So we'll have more basketball coming up for you, and we'll have a lot coming your way in the new year. So you want to tune in for that. We were pretty excited about this Fun Bank Hoops on Explore Clarion in this new year, and especially with all the stuff going on at the college now with those big Saturdays coming up and a whole lot more. But while we have a chance, Governor, time for our Hager Paving Player of the Game. As it stacks up, who do you like?
He was money in the bank tonight. I think we got to go with Wyatt Watterson. 19 points out of Wyatt. Solid game, too, on the defensive side. Wyatt Watterson is your Hager Paving Player of the Game. All
right, so that'll do it for us here from Clarion-Limestone. That'll wrap up the Fun Bank postgame show. Part of Fun Bank Hoops here at Explore Clarion. Clarion a winner 61-47 over Clarion-Limestone in this backyard brawl. First edition this year. And, well, Governor, as that wraps things up for us, you want to get us out of here?
I want to thank our man Brett English beside me, Scott Fox, who did a little bit of everything tonight. He was bringing us home here production-wise, as well as Mike Kalinowski. This is Governor Bob Dunkle saying, hey, let's be careful out there.